Hey y'all, and welcome to Monter's Market, and welcome to my Try It Tuesday video. If you watch me, you know this is my absolute favorite challenge to do every month. It's always hosted by my friend Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs, and it's where we take something that we've seen someone else make and recreate it. But here's the key. You got to give them credit for it, guys. Stop making people's things and not giving them credit for it. Like, that's so tacky. For DIY number one, I am recreating a sign that my gorgeous friend, Miss Melissa, over at Things Crafty made. You know I'm going to get tongue-tied if you watch me. If you're new to my channel, you're here from the playlist. My name's Brenda. I get tongue-tied. It just happens. Anyway, Melissa made this sign recently, and I thought it was just absolutely adorable. Now, her little tag signs that she used for this in DIY number two were a little bit bigger than mine, so mine will look different. But that's what we're doing as creators anyway. We are giving you an idea. Like Melissa gave this idea, she threw it out there. I'm going to recreate it and put my spin on it. So I'm going to turn the tag sign over on that smooth, beautiful, clean surface and paint it with some white Waverly chalk paint. Now I'm just going to give it sort of like a distressed coat. I'm not going to paint it real good and take my time and make it perfect, because I don't want it to be perfect, because I want it to be farmhousey. Because you know I'm farmhousey, or if you have been here before, I'm farmhousey. So I'm just going to give it a distressed coat of paint. Then I'm going to take my yarn. All of this yarn came from the Dollar Tree. I chose different shades of, well, it's not, I can't really say it's different shades of green. I chose this pretty green, then a lighter green, that's sort of a beigeish green. I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe a sage, and then like a beige, and then a white. So it just kind of will ombre downward from light to dark. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So anyway, I'm just making tassels. Now, to make a tassel, they are so stinking easy. But the key is to find something like that little ornament right there and wrap it around it. Because when I try to wrap it around my fingers, you can do it. It's I mean, it's not easy. But the thing about it is mine always falls off, or my fingers get in the way, or whatever. So find your little piece of cardboard, cut it off of some, a cereal box or something, or little tag, whatever. Wrap it around it 25 times. Now, 25 times makes it fluffy. If you want it less fluffy, do it less times. If you want it more fluffy, wrap it more times. Get my drift? And the bigger the cardboard or tag or whatever, the bigger the tassel. Now, if I were to turn my thing that I'm using right there, that little ornament, long ways, and use that as my guide, my tassel would be twice as long as it is here. But my little tag sign is not big enough to hold something with tassels that big. So now this is the next color. It's sort of that sage, it's sort of a light sage green, and it's really a really pretty color. So I'm going to graduate up to that color. Now the first one with the green, I made 4 tassels. Now this one I'm going to make 3, the beige 2, and then the white 1. You see where I'm going, get my drift, going upward. So to make a tassel, I got sidetracked a minute ago. You want to wrap it around. I wrapped it around 25 times. Before you take it off of your card or your fingers or whatever you're doing, you want to take a piece of twine or piece of yarn, run it through the middle of your loop, and right here, like I'm doing right there, and tie it at the top. That's going to hold it together, right? Then you take your scissors, cut it at the bottom. Now you got yourself the beginning of a tassel. Take another little piece of yarn, make your little head for your tassel, let it hang, give it a haircut, and voila, bamboo, that's it. Super duper easy. Now I'm going to go to my sort of beigeish yarn. And this yarn is so thick and so fluffy and so cute, I can't even stand it. And I thought these colors just jived perfectly together, especially for the theme that I'm going for in my house this year, which is very sort of basic, neutral farmhouse. No reds and greens and the things. Well, I mean, this is green, but you know what I mean. The bright, plasticky green, like Christmas green. Like, I'm just trying to keep it more subtle, more earth toned, and those are the colors that I'm using. But anyway, you see me here taking a paint stir stick. I'm using that as my width guide. Now, I like to start in the middle so that my lines are semi-perfect. And then you take a pencil, draw your lines, and then I didn't do it here, but you'll see me in a minute take an eraser on the pencil and just sort of smudge those lines. Or you can take your fingertip and smudge those lines. Now I'm just going to go in and glue down my tassels. I'm going to start obviously at the top with 1, go down to 2, then 3, then 4. And look how stinking cute this is and how easy it's coming together. Now I'm barely putting it under the next row, or the previous row, to kind of hide it just a little bit at the tip to just make it all kind of flow together in one piece. And look how stinking cute that is. Then I take one of those little stems from the Dollar Tree that I got way back when they first came back out at mine. You guys have been finding them for years. I just found them this year and I was so happy. And I just hot glued a stem right to the bottom of the tree to give my tree a little stem, a little stand. Once I did that, I just sort of looked at it and gave it another little haircut. Then I pulled out this gorgeous transfer from Chalk Couture. It had so many different things to choose from. And actually, I have like a million transfers to choose from. But I didn't have a lot of room at the bottom of my sign. So what I wanted to do, I had one that said Fresh Farm Christmas trees, but the Fresh Farm was curved. And I just wanted to keep it simple and keep it rustic. So I just grabbed the Merry Christmas. And I'm going to use my sage green pesto, which is very similar to the bottom of that tree green. Also my favorite Christmas green. And I'm just going to chalk on Merry Christmas to the bottom of that sign. And guys, that's it. That is it. Now you can do like Melissa did and add a star. You could add, technically you could take some of those lights from the Dollar Tree that have the little battery pack, as fluffy as those little tassels are right there. You could just drill you a little hole in the back of your sign, run your lights through it, and glue your little battery pack to the back and light it up. I mean, there's so many things you could do. You can do a whole lot more decoration around the outside edges. You could take some paint and distress the edges more. Like, there's just, the sky's the limit. You make it yours and you'll love it. But look how precious this turned out. I am so in love with this, and it matches my decor perfectly. It could not have been any easier, and I just love it. Now, for DIY number 2, I'm also going to do something that my beautiful friend Melissa over at All Things Crafty did. Again, my board is much smaller than hers, but I'm going to use this calendar, 2023 calendar from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go in and get December. First, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip my sign over, and I'm going to give it a distressed coat of this white Waverly chalk paint. Once I get that distressed coat of chalk paint done, I set it aside and let it dry. And then I'm going to remove my picture from the calendar. Now, like I said, Melissa's board was bigger than mine, so my picture is going to cover a lot more area space than hers did. So hers looked a little different than mine will. And we're going to take that calendar, pull out that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous picture, and look at that. That thing is beautiful. Now, if you see, I already drew my lines on the board right there. I wasn't thinking that my board was smaller. So that doesn't matter, because between the picture and my bow, it's going to cover all of that up anyway. So I'm just putting some Mod Podge down, and I'm going to lay down my picture and just rub it all smooth, make sure it's good and smooth, get all those bubbles out. Then I'm just going to turn it over and trim it off right across the edge. Just keep smoothing and smoothing and smoothing. Yeah, I took my little thing, like using it as a squeegee. Not smart. Then I took my heat gun to sort of push some bubbles out of it. And then I went ahead over the top and did another layer of Mod Podge just to give it all one good seal, and it also gives it a nice finish. This is the, what is it called? The satin Mod Podge. So it gives it just a really pretty matte finish. So once I got that on and it dried, then I went to making my bow. And if you guys know, I'm not a bow maker, but this one didn't turn out too bad this time. Now let me say, while I'm sitting here putting some Mod Podge on this thing, I got a lot of questions recently about all of the bruising on my arms and my hands. And one lady told me it looked disgusting and that I should stop crafting until my hands cleared up. But that's not going to happen because these treatments that I'm on cause my blood to be super duper thin. No, I'm not on blood thinners, but it causes them to be super duper thin. I can reach in my purse and come out cut. So you know what? I love crafting. I even get banged up crafting, but it is what it is. It's me, it's my skin, and I'm okay with it. So if you don't like the way my hands and my arms look, I'm very sorry, but there's other crafters with gorgeous, beautiful hands and beautiful skin out there that you are so welcome to go watch. Now, this ribbon right here that I'm using came from Hobby Lobby, and it is so stinking beautiful to me. It's so rustic and so pretty. And you guys, if you've been watching my channel, you know I'm in love with this Dollar Tree tubing. It's so farmhousey looking, especially this beige one. So I just made me just a little shoestring bow to add to the top of my other bow. And I had a bunch of different pretty ribbons that I was going to try to put it with. But this was just so cute the way it was. I just left it like that. Plus, that ribbon allowed you to see the season's greetings on the sign. Now, these little picks right here are Dollar Tree picks. I used one on each side. And if there's another little trick that I'm sure you probably know, but if you're new to crafting and you don't know, or maybe you just haven't heard anybody say it yet, get you some zip ties from the Dollar Tree and put your little bow together and then zip tie that sucker together, honey. It is so much easier and so much less hassle than trying to glue this piece down, glue that piece down, do this. Oh my gosh, it's so much easier. It is a game changer. You have one zip tie, your whole entire swag is done, and then all you have to do is glue it down and fluff it out, and it's perfect. So now, that one right there was a little bit heavier than most bows because of that greenery. Not heavy, but you know what I mean. It just took a minute more to hold down. So these little beads I got off Amazon, and everything that I can list below will be listed below in my description box, but these beads will be. And I just took one of each color and made me a little tiny tassel to hang from my bow just because I had them and they were cute and I wanted to add some to my picture. So I'm just doing one row, like one tassel. I'm not doing a two-stranded tassel. So I made my little tassel. I glued it to the top of my bow. And then I found this little bale. I had a package of bales from the Dollar Tree. And the package that I grabbed was the red package. They come in all different colors: silver, gold, red, even sort of a rusted colored one. But honestly, the red was handy. That's the truth. The red was just sitting there, so I grabbed it. But I grabbed a red bell and I glued it to the top of my sign. And the only thing else I had to do after I added my little bell was add me a hanger to the top of my sign. And I did that by taking some Dollar Tree twine and just making a little hanger. And I did trim up my little bow right there. Actually, I kept trimming and kept trimming and kept trimming. And finally, I said, Brenda, if you don't quit trimming, you're going to cut the whole, there ain't going to be no bow left. So anyway, made myself a little tassel, hung it on the back, and that was all there was to making This sign, both of these signs were so quick and so easy, but they are so high-end looking in my opinion and just absolutely gorgeous. These are really, really good beginner crafts right here. Like these two are perfect for beginners that want to do something and make it look really, really high-end, but maybe you, for one, you don't have a lot of crafting supplies. Well, all you got to have right here is a few things from the Dollar Tree. You need a sign, you need a picture, and you know what else you can do? You can grab a really pretty bag, a gift bag from the Dollar Tree that's got a real pretty sign on it. If you can't find these, sometimes these calendars are hard to find. Grab you a pretty Christmas bag and use it in place of this right here. Or print you a sign out on your printer. Or find a favorite magazine and pull that out of your, that pretty picture out of a magazine. Or if you are an artist, by all means, draw your own picture or paint your own picture on your little tag sign. But then everything else comes from the Dollar Tree, except for those little beads right there. But you can buy beads from the Dollar Tree. So everything that I have right here technically could be purchased at the Dollar Tree. So, and really these beads are the only thing that I have that's not Dollar Tree. So I'm just rambling now. But anyway, that's what you do. You make it yours. But this is the easiest things that you can do. And it's really new crafter friendly. So I love the way this turned out. I can't wait to hear what you think about the way this turned out. Let me know down in the comments below which of these two tag signs was your favorite. Was it this truck sign or was it the little Christmas tree sign? It's a hard one for me because I like this picture, but I also love that little Christmas tree sign. So let me know down in the comments below which one of these two were your favorite. I just don't know if I can pick a favorite. They're both so cute, so easy, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to pick a favorite because every time I go to say I like the Christmas tree one better, I look at that pretty red truck and I'm like, no, I like that one better. Yeah, I definitely can't pick a favorite. So I want to know what your favorite is. But anyway, I hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. We had tons of people at my house and I cooked for everybody and we had the best time with family. And now we are officially kicked into the Christmas season, putting our tree up and decorating and all that good stuff. So, if you are here from the playlist, you've never been here before, my name is Brenda, but my sweet grandbabies call me Monner. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you will consider subscribing. But either way, if you liked what you saw today, leave me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. And all of the things that everybody else tells you, share, like, comment, follow, all of that good stuff really helps to promote our channel. So if you like our channel and you watch our channel, then help us promote our channel. So Thanksgiving's over. I can't say that. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. I will see you next Tuesday. Be blessed. Bye now.